Call the meeting to order at 9:34. President Carol Rowe, Bill McGowan, Wayne Sawchuk, Dan Coughlin, Paul Kears. Our first order of business is our next meeting. I've got the 27th of March.
At 9:30.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so we have South Main Street as our first topic of business.
Yes, I'm gonna put Eric in right now.
Okay.
Hi, Erica. You're on mute.
Hi, sorry,
There you are.
just got it. Thanks for having
Okay.
this, inviting me.
You're very welcome. Can you explain to the board what's going on with 31 South Main?
Sure. I can also share my screen if you want to see a picture of what I'm talking about, where I am, because it's a surprising spot you wouldn't really know is there in the middle of the village. And I bought it in 1999, and in about 2005 or 2006, I forget exactly when, I had the opportunity to purchase a full EDU. And at the time, it was just that right now the back building, which is a garage, it's only about, I think, less than 400 square feet. And it serves as the Fix-It shop currently. And it was the Caesar's shoe shop before then. And a long time ago, my dad had his real estate office there, but it doesn't even have a bathroom in the spot. So the reason I wanted the sewer connection then was to connect to that, put a bathroom in, and then I thought, well, maybe someday I'll want to do something with that, do more. So instead of getting the half EDU, I decided to purchase a full one, and I paid the money. And then I just didn't have the time or the money at the time to go through the permitting process and to do all of that. And now it's 20 years later, and I have a 1-bedroom addition with a conditional approval from the planning board to put as an addition to my connected addition to my current townhouse. And I want to also finally put that bathroom into where the Fix-It shop is. I don't know if it'll still be the Fix-It shop because he pays the same rent that Caesar paid in 1984. So so I would like to actually elevate it to be this, not elevate it physically, but make it a nicer spot. And I'm picturing something like Lily Sestito's JJ's ice cream shop or something like that in the future, but the same footprint, the same building, just fixed up. So when the planning board gave me my conditional approval, they said, "Do you have a sewer connection?" And I thought, you know what? I better say I don't know, because I haven't done anything with this for 20 years. So that's why I'm here, is permission to now use the money that I've already paid for to be my sewer connection. And I think I have, from what I paid for, the right to put four bedrooms. But that's not what I'm trying to use right now. My 1,500 square foot condo that I'm adding, that I plan to add this, maybe starting September, starting construction, if I get this approval, is it's a big 1-bedroom. And I do think that most people, if they ever purchased it, would want to put 2 or 3 bedrooms in that spot. So I would really like the ability to have this connection be what it originally had paid for, which was to be the 4-bedroom EDU. So that's my, and if you'd like for me to share my screen to kind of show you what I'm talking about, I'm happy to do that too.
Yeah, if you could,
Sure.
I have a question. It seems like there's 2 projects going on. One is you're going to add on to the existing dwelling, and 2, you want to add a bathroom to the Fix-It shop. So is it one?
Correct. And I haven't even started. I mean, I've already oh, hold on one second. Let me show I'm doing this right. Let me get you back up to the,
Sure.
Oh, so many screens. Hold on.
So
And
is it two different properties, two different lots, or is it one whole lot?
it's, thanks for asking. Before I purchased it, let me just open the email again. It's open somewhere, but I couldn't find, I, before I purchased it, the Abruzzi's owned it, and they had separated this big house with a store in front. It was one unit, but in order for them to allow the current store owners the ability to purchase the property separately, which they did, they condominiumized it. And so it's currently a condo with the first condo being the store, which my dad bought,
Yeah.
and now I've got that back. The house that I'm 31 South Main, and the garage in the back was condominium. The way the condo was set up by Richard Henderson in like 1998 was it's separate. So what my plan is, which I haven't asked Orenberger yet to do, but my plan is to keep those same 3 lots and call my new condo 27 South Main, because I have 27 to 31 South Main. So, and I'm currently taxed as 27 South Main on the Caesar shoe shop or the Fix-It shop or that garage in the back. And so I'd like to call my store, my new condo 27 South Main, and it will be a my thought is that it will be this new building with conditional approval as connected to this garage that I rent out as a currently space. But I'm not planning to change that, just add a bathroom. But you're right, I have not even applied for permits for that yet. I mean, I did in 2006. There is a permit on file by Hat Pompeo to put that in, but
My
it,
my only concern is, one thing that we've been trying to do over the last couple of years, with people coming in front of us with all of these, historical issues, we're trying to capture them all in a change of use, form that we have, so that we can document what's, there and what it has been changed to, so that 10 years down the road we don't have to have someone else come to us saying, wait a minute, it used to be 3 and now it's 9, and that kind of thing. So I just want to get an understanding of, if 31 South Main Street is one lot that has 2 or 3 EDUs and it has 3 dwellings on it, and those dwellings, when calculated, don't exceed those EDUs, I think we're fine. I don't know, Dan, if you calculated all of that?
Yeah, I have not. I haven't looked at it.
And,
So
and
there's the existing units. You're going to add another bedroom to the condo?
uh, not now, not now. I just spent a year and a lot of money trying to get this 1 bedroom. So it took me 20 years to want to put the bathroom into Fix-It shop. So that's at the pace I move at. And I don't want to, I'm not selling this condo. It's my retirement home.
Yeah,
The reason it's connected is because it will be in the summer when 1,000 people visit me, I can open it up as a big house. And in the winter, I have the ability to rent out separately.
So what's in front of the planning board?
Okay, so what the planning board has approved. So if you can see here, if I make this a little bit bigger, what you can see in this picture here is that the current building, right? So here's the house with a long garage and a yard, which you'd never expect to have in the middle of the village. And that's right here at the entrance is the small, probably was a carriage house or garage. It's the Fix-It shop. So what it's going to be put in is this spot here, almost this green space. I'm going to tear up this garage, this driveway, and make that a green space now. That'll be my new yard. And I'm putting on this side, this building here. It's a 1 bedroom. This is the apartment to a proposed 1 bedroom and a garage. And that's right here is the current building. So this is the new proposed, this is existing. And this is the new yard is that,
Yeah, so I guess, Dan, we would calculate the number of EDUs for the entire lot.
Well, these are all separate condos now, separate ownership. So typically we deal with those separately.
so, right, exactly. So the existing, since forever, this has had a sewer connection.
You don't
This
own
got
that.
a-
Is that correct? Those front two buildings you don't own?
I own it all.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
But those are exist.
Carol, have you,
Yeah.
if I may, Carol, have you checked that, you know, I'm not questioning. But just check that we do have, we've received payment for this and everything's copacetic.
Yes.
So,
I
yeah,
sent a copy of the check and I've got a receipt and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
yeah, I just want to make sure that I want to know what the total EDUs are for the property, and then, with this proposed change, it looks like it meets or doesn't exceed the EDUs. Just from a sewer department perspective, you know, I'd like to make sure that we document that each of those dwellings are what they are, you know, if it's gonna be
Yeah.
27, 31, you know, that kind of thing.
Right,
Like
so
what-
this will be 27, this store and this apartment and this will be the new 27. This is currently 31 and the store is 29.
Yeah, I'd like to see like you know, when you get more, you know, if you're at a conceptual drawing level right now, when you get more detail to your architectural plans.
Oh, I can
You
show
actually-
it. There it is. Look, here's another view. This is the next page. Does that help?
Well, it's better, but it's not, I can't really read it, but I see one as a desk, a closet or something, bathroom, bedroom.
Yes, so
Right,
this
but this
is the
is
new
just one, this is
apartment.
one section. Do you have the whole?
I have the whole thing. Let me show you the next. I'm sorry, I'll go through. This is the current store in the front of the house and my side entrance from the front on South Main Street. And that's my existing house above. This will be the back, which will have the new 2-car garage and a 1-bedroom, 2-floor, 1,500 square foot apartment, which is also shown. And so the 2-car garage and the 1-bedroom apartment is shown down here. And then you can see this garage, that's the current Fix-It shop. And let me show you the next page. That's what it looks like if you cut into it. The 1-bedroom, the bathroom, the kitchen and living room, and the garage. Within my new yard, the driveway being pulled up. So
Yeah, I guess what I'd like to see is a set of floor plans that are a little bit more detailed, that actually say, you know, this is the bedroom, this is the bathroom. I know you have it here. It's just,
so there you go. I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, so
Is-
we,
This is the second and fourth floor. Anyway, I can email it to you. It's very detailed.
yeah, so
Can
we,
you email it to me, Erica?
Yes, let me email it to you right now. Let me stop
Thank
sharing
you.
and I'll do that.
and then we need to understand what is in the existing dwelling. So if you've got the storefront, is there 1 or 2 bathrooms per store or 1 bathroom per first floor? And then we need to know the second floor, the existing, if it's, you know, 2 baths, 2 bedrooms, that already exist. We just need to calculate the total EDUs for the entire property. So
Okay.
if you've already been, if you're, I believe you said that you already had 2 or 3 EDUs. It seems like you would already qualify. We still need a change of use form filled out so we can identify the 27, 31, and 29, you know,
yeah.
and what those dwellings are. So we have a record of it so that in the future we'll know what those dwellings are.
I can
Okay.
send that form to you, Erica.
Okay, thank you. So the receipt I had for a full EDU in like 2006, I sent to Carol
Yep.
with receipt of payment for that. That was the new one for 27 South Main. So the the current house has 1, 2, 3, it's taxed as a 3-bedroom house. I have a small, very small office, no closet, like you can, but I mean, it's a 3-bedroom house. And it has 2 full baths upstairs and a half bath, will be a full bath downstairs. So that's the current house I've had since 1999. It's a good size house. It's like 2,300 square feet. It's surprisingly big house. It's been great, but it doesn't have anyway, but we want to put on more. And so that's with that big yard, what we want to do is add an addition, which instead of being just an addition and making a huge house, I want it to be a small house for me in the most of the year and just open it up to big in the to be an addition. It's going to be that 1 bedroom is my retirement home. That's my plan. That, you know, maybe someday I'll have grandkids in the big house, or maybe I just continue to rent it out during the winter, which I do to people who are fixing up their house in Cohasset. I've been able to rent it for the past 10 years just to people who are building in Cohasset and need a place for their family when I'm not there, because I'm in Westwood right now, from September to June. Does that answer your questions? The bathrooms for the store, it's the full store. The bathroom isn't it's not open to the public. You go through their basement and there's 1 bathroom. It's a half bath downstairs, just that they don't send customers to because it's an old building's basement.
So that dwelling basically is 2.5 baths, 3-bedroom,
3.5 baths.
3.5 baths. Okay. So it's 3.5 baths, 3 bedrooms, and then you're going to add a 1-bedroom with
1 bedroom, 1 bath right now.
1 bath. Yep.
Yeah,
And then you're going to add a bathroom to the fix-it unit.
correct.
So 2 more baths and 1 more bed and 1 more bedroom.
I've
Yes.
got one request, and I'm not trying to be a nitpicker, but seeing that I go through architectural plans all day long, every day. I think it would be nice if we had, again, to Paul's point of having the change of use form and being able to memorialize what you have and what you want. And if you had a plan that says, okay, this is our existing conditions as of right now, and this is what we're going to go to, that would make it a lot clearer for me anyway, as to what the changes will be.
Okay, so what I have gone through in the past year to get approved, condition upon the sewer connection, is a 1 bedroom, 1 bath addition. I haven't, and I will now, but I didn't want to confuse things to say I'd like to add the half bath to the Fix-It shop that I applied for in 2006. I finally do that now. I didn't, you know, that's is that what you mean? Am I following you right? I mean, that's existing. It's already there.
Right. So so we do, because you're going to be putting a brand new bathroom into the Fix-It shop.
Yes.
So
Okay.
we need to see the plans for that.
All right.
And the plans for the brand new unit. So we
Okay.
already know that you have an existing dwelling that has 3.5 baths.
Okay, so I did get a permit in 2006 that
Mhm.
I'll reapply for that permit to show that I want to do a half bath for that building. Is that
Okay.
that just do that again?
That's all we need is a picture of what it looks like, and then our subject matter expert here is Dan Coughlin. Then we have to review how the sewer is being hooked up, and he'll review that.
Of course, right. I've already talked to Pat Pompeo, was the one who did it then, and he's like, I think I drew a map. I'll have to do it again because he doesn't have it. So
Erica, did you already send those plans to Carol, the ones you showed
And I
us?
just
I
forwarded
just
them out,
sent it. Yep.
Oh, you did.
and I forwarded them to everyone.
And I
Okay.
also had, I don't know if you guys need to know this, but I did pay for a code review, and that was done on it. If you need to dive into whether it was all kosher. I mean, that's why the planning board approved it. So I think it's gone through everything you need to do there.
That's for our end, really. We just I don't think there's any opposition to any of this. I just need to document 3 properties, 27, 29, and 31, who has what, and if you've already have all the EDUs, it's a simple approval process. We just need to calculate it.
Thank you
I
so
don't have an
much.
issue with this either. I
Yeah.
do want to see existing conditions as of yet today, and then what you're planning on.
Okay. And I'll just
I
make sure
think
I'm
that's something,
understanding
like,
that right with Carol, whatever forms, Carol, I just want to make sure
Yeah.
I'm
I
clear.
will.
Yeah,
I think 10 years from now, I think I want to be able to, if somebody wants to dig into this, we should have a way of like, oh, this is what they did. Okay, fine.
of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have an issue with this on the whole. So Wayne,
Oh,
are you okay with this?
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Thank you. I'm excited.
I've actually had shoes repaired there.
I did too. I did too.
Okay. Anything else?
No,
Okay.
thank you.
That's it. And
All
then
right.
Dan, once you look at those plans, we just need to see whatever additional plans you need to make the decision. So
Yeah, Carol, can you also send me that copy of the receipt for the 2006 EDU?
Sure.
All right. Thank you. Have a good, are you all done with me? Should I leave
Yes.
or?
Yep,
Okay.
we're all set.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thank
Yep.
Thank you,
All
Erica.
right. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay. We have capital planning on as our next.
We've got One Pleasant Street.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Pleasant.
Yeah, but John Hanlon's not here to do it.
No, I
You
just,
want me to push it off to the next meeting?
Well, I mean, I see that he's on here, so I
I
don't know
asked
what
her
he
to
would-
put it on there because I was in front of the planning board the other night on behalf of the Cohasset Affordable Housing Steering Committee, and One Pleasant Street, if you recall, came in front of sewer. And we had calculated a certain use based on retail and restaurant. Then they came before us 6 months later saying they wanted to not calculate the 50-seat restaurant. It was going to be commercial use for the town. We held off our decision until after the town meeting vote. Town meeting vote said, no, we don't want the building for 10 million. And we heard from the applicant. The applicant now had gone in front of the planning board last week and requested permission to convert the property from mixed-use rentals to mixed-use condominiums. So the planning board voted 4-1 in favor of converting the entire property over to condominiums.
Okay.
So with the sole purpose of selling the first floor condominium to the town. Select board voted to buy the first floor as a condominium unit to be used for administrative offices for the town hall. That is going to be on the warrant in June. If it passes, it goes to an election town-wide the week after. If it's approved, the town would move in. If not approved, then they don't move in. So with that said, I had asked for plans to be sent back to us so that we could start to calculate the EDUs. We had a range of anywhere from like 170 to 260 based on all kinds of stuff that was there back and forth. We never got anything finalized. So they sent us basically a artist rendition, if you will, of the property, kind of listing what's there. I know in the past we mentioned that we thought the first floor would equal the existing EDUs that were already permitted for the space. So that the 2 or 3 bathrooms that were on the first floor equaled the prior owner's EDUs. So the new EDUs were being calculated based on a restaurant, which is no longer there, and then the units upstairs. So it looks like, just off the cuff, I counted the number of bedrooms times the $9,000, and it somewhere around like 195, Dan. So I don't know
Yeah, I went through the calc too. I had 16 bedrooms assigned to the 2-bedroom units.
Yeah.
6 bedrooms assigned to the single bedroom units, the 6 singles. So, and we also had the office space on the first floor. And what I ended up calculating was about the equivalent of 6.5 EDUs total. If you take away the 2 EDUs that were originally assigned to the property, that would be 4.5 EDUs. And if you still use the 37,500, then it would come out to about 168,750.
Okay, 168,
Correct.
168, 750. Okay.
Yeah. So the adjusted additional EDUs is 4.5.
Okay. So there'd be about $168,750 is what you're estimating that.
Based upon the numbers that were presented in that latest plan.
Okay. Which doesn't have a level of detail that you to make a decision on EDUs, or is that, you know?
Yeah, well, it's just the office space. You know, they are assigning different office spaces or square footage. And some of it looks like it's you know, excluded from the overall calc. And I'm not really sure. I mean, it's like common space you usually can take out, but it looks like they're taking out utility rooms and vaults and other items in that. Normally, when we do a commercial space, it's kind of on a gross area.
Yeah.
But there's 2 trains of thoughts on that as well, you know.
Yeah, I suppose they take it out because it's not used for human use, you know, 40
Yeah.
hours a week, I guess, in those spaces, right?
But assuming those numbers are the correct numbers we're gonna go with, you know, it works out to the additional 4.5 EDUs.
Okay. All right, so he's gonna have to, you know, I don't know if they ever submitted an application for change of use with us or not.
I don't have one.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to get that. We've never, they've been in front of us and we've had our areas of discussion on the property, but I don't know that an application fee had been filled out and sent in. And then a change of use on the property.
The
If this-
only application I have in the file is for disconnection.
Okay, because
So
I
I don't
noticed
even have a regular application.
One Pleasant
to
Street at
apply.
all. Okay.
Nope.
All right, so we're. Yeah, my fear is this thing gets approved without the sewer process being completed. So Bill, I don't know if we should be one of us directly to reach out to John Hanlon and
Yeah, I don't mind doing it.
we got to remedy this fairly quick because
You know, I'd like to get him in front of us so we can, you know, for the record, say, okay, what is going on here?
yeah, so at minimum, we need the application filled out for the change of use, so we can say that the property used to. Now it's not, it's now condominiums.
Yeah,
So we have that on the record and the number of EDUs, and then we can calculate what that charge is.
If we put them on the 30th, is that too long in your opinion, or the 27th, is that too long in your opinion?
I don't think so. Well, we have to find out where they are
Yeah.
with the building inspector, because his claim to the planning board is that he could start in a couple of weeks if he gets the occupancy.
Start on what, though?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know. I don't know. Converting it to condominiums and selling it.
No, I thought they got a permission just a short time ago to make them condominiums. But is the first floor a condominium?
Yes,
So the entire floor is one condominium, or
One
is it
condominium.
multiple? Okay.
Yeah.
So,
there's 15 condominiums altogether.
okay, so 14 upstairs and 1 downstairs.
Correct.
Okay.
okay.
Now, isn't it the developer's obligation to pay the fees?
It
If they're
is.
going to, you know, to build it rather than the town, you know, I don't know if we want to be in the position of us the town requiring the money when it's really the developer that's requiring the money. And if it's a condominium, are they renting the condominium then first, or are they buying it?
Yeah, we don't know. When I had talked to the select board, and I also talked to John Hallen on this as well, and town manager, and that the building is going through all of the normal processes, and in order to get an occupancy permit, the builder will be paying the sewer commission the privilege and hookup fee. And how he recovers that through rental or sale or use is his business.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's-
been my understanding as well.
Yeah.
Right, and he very well could take that amount and divide it into the 14 condominiums as well, right? I
He
mean,
could do whatever he wants to, yeah, to recover that, right?
Right.
Whatever the market will bear is my guess.
Yeah.
no, it's actually the use is really where it's, you know, going to.
Yeah, so once we get the change of use and we convert the property to 6.5 EDUs, he pays the fee, then he's off and running with his occupancy permit.
Yeah. So Carol, can you put John on like an absolute? He's going to be on for the 27th.
I'll talk to him.
And we
We need him.
Okay.
Make it,
the
make it
builder,
hard.
the property owner or the builder has to be represented by counsel or himself.
Yeah.
We can explain to him that he's going to potentially owe us.
Now, is Attorney DeLisi still the attorney for this property?
Not that I'm aware of. I believe he's no longer the attorney, and he was president of the planning board with a different attorney.
Okay. Do you know who it is?
Last name was Rabbit. So I don't know from what firm he's from or anything like that. I don't
All right.
believe so.
So basically, we just need a change of use form. We don't need a full sewer application. We just
not
need a
putting-
change of use
Change of
application.
use, right? Because it's we're not putting in new sewer, it's already existing, so we need a change of use for the existing property.
Okay, and then the EDU fee.
Right, and then we calculate the EDUs based on the change of use. So
Okay,
it's going from a 2
Okay.
EDU building to a 6.5 EDU building. Therefore, there's gonna be $168,000 due.
okay,
Once we receive the check, then we sign off on the permit.
okay.
I think this will be much easier for us because we're not going to have to deal with the town. We just have the developer pay it. Let him figure out what he does with the town.
Yeah, so it's always been that way.
Yeah.
I got that commitment from the town manager that whether they were gonna buy it or not, either way, it had to go through all the proper approval processes.
Okay.
Now, for the next meeting,
And he needs he's gonna seek occupancy immediately. He's not waiting for the town meeting vote in June. So
I'll go
this,
down,
it
yeah.
doesn't matter who the tenants are, and it doesn't matter who's going to buy a condominium to us. You know, we're approving this building for use using 6.5 EDUs.
Okay, I'll go down and visit John just to have a little chat up with
Okay.
him.
Yeah.
next meeting, can we talk about the membrane situation so we can get that
Yes.
resolved? So we'll let part of that be executive session.
It probably would have to be.
Yeah, I've read through all the emails. I don't know that we have much more pushback that we can give. I mean, they pushed back saying they wouldn't waive the freight charges, but they would help reduce some sort of cost.
Yeah,
Well, I still think that they have one set at their, wherever that warehouse is or something like that in Canada or whatever, that they still have, which in some of the correspondence, they didn't mention at all, or they didn't say that they had it. So, but the last information seems that I read, that seems like they do have one that they could give to send to us now, which
yeah,
eliminate some of the
Yeah.
transportation costs and stuff.
Yeah, I think we should limit discussion until we are in executive session, just for
Yep.
to do things the right way on this, because I I've been seeing the same things too, and it just doesn't, I don't know. I won't get into it. I won't get into what I'm actually thinking right on this. So. But I think that's a good idea, Wayne, to put it on, and then we can just vote, if it goes on as the last item, we can vote to go into executive session on that.
And the other executive session has to be coming up on our agreement with Hull, because I think a year or two we want to be up against it and try to have to, I don't know what to do, but
Yeah, we should, we should open up dialogue with them at some point. I know they have a new town manager. There's been a lot of talk. People have stopped me wanting to know what's going on with Situate with respect to sewer, and are we sending it all to Hull? And I'm like, where are you getting all this stuff? There's a lot of conjecture out there as to what we're doing and what we're not doing. And it would be nice to get Hull signed up and then, with us, period. And then see what else happens.
I'd just like to renew what we have,
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah.
because it
didn't
go well. It's
wrong
just
with it.
the numbers are going to change a little bit now because of everything. Okay.
Right,
All
but we shouldn't have a capital charge, I would think, because everything's working, it seems to be working fine.
They've been looking for money to do for that. But I think it's really, we got to talk about it in an executive session.
Yep. All right,
That was all that was on the agenda for today.
okay, well, we had capital planning under other business.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you wanted to,
Well, I think we need to do that. I know that Diane Kennedy, past select board member, is now on advisory, I believe, with capital planning as part of her remit. I would like to get a consolidated list from Woodard and Curran and Dan as to what everyone thinks on the sort of professional side, what we need in the next, say, 10 years, what needs to be fixed, whatnot, so we can map it out and put estimates to it.
Yeah, I did send out an Excel spreadsheet with a couple additions. And I did send that over to Scott to
Okay.
take a look at, but I haven't heard anything back from Scott on that.
So, one thing that we did talk about at our last meeting was, with Brian Joyce, and that is, with this study that's near completion, there's going to be a lot of, capital items that are gonna be recommended that we change, and he specifically was talking about that trailer, and he was saying that was going to have to come out. And some reconstruction had to be considered over there, so that should be in the capital budget. So I don't know where he is on that
Yeah,
study.
I think the raising of the generator and some of the other things were part of that grant that they were getting, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so we have to understand what the grant is. That there's a grant to study, or is the grant actually buying things and implementing its results? I don't know.
Yeah, true that. Yeah.
do you want me to have Brian on the next meeting as well?
Yeah, why not? Yes.
Only if he's got the information for us on the
Okay,
results of the study, yeah. And if everything's going up on blocks over there, we gotta buy blocks.
Well, when I met the Woods Hole guy, they were talking about jacking everything up and putting it basically on like piers or pillars or something.
Yeah.
How they're gonna do that, and with the piping and all that could be that could get messy.
No pun intended.
No, and I don't think it's an engineering term, but I mean, it just looked to me like, raising the processing plant up 20 feet, that could be interesting.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all right, does anyone have any other business to discuss with us?
no,
Wayne,
Nope.
Paul?
No, I think, if you could, find out from the attorney at this point. I read through all of his emails, and if you want to have an executive session, then we're gonna have to actually, make it to where he could be there.
our attorney.
Now,
Yes.
do you want to have that as a separate meeting?
Why
Would
don't you,
have-
Carol,
have
why
to-
don't you ask him and see what his recommendation on this is? Because a
If
separate
we
meeting
need it to
would
be
probably be
executive
preferred.
session?
Yes,
Okay,
And ask him if it needs to be executive or not, you know.
okay. Will do.
does anyone have anything else they want to discuss? Okay, I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second,
Okay, and then Bill McGowan, aye.
Paul Kearsarge.
Wayne Sawchuck, aye.
All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
All right,
We'll
thanks, guys.
try.
Okay.
Later.
we'll see.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.